Your workouts are failing you not because you lack effort, but because you're training your body while ignoring the most powerful muscle. You own your brain. Every rep, every sprint, every movement you make isn't just sculpting muscle, it's rewiring neural pathways, flooding your brain with growth factors, and either building cognitive armor or tearing it down. Jeff Cavaliere's research-backed approach reveals a devastating truth. Most exercise programs are designed without understanding how movement fundamentally transforms brain function, and that ignorance is costing you mental clarity, focus, and years of cognitive vitality. Here's what cutting-edge neuroscience shows: exercise doesn't just make you stronger physically, it triggers the release of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, the master molecule that builds new neurons, strengthens synaptic connections, and protects against cognitive decline. But not all exercise creates equal brain benefits. The intensity, the timing, the type of movement, each variable either maximizes neuroplasticity or wastes your potential. Cavaliere's science-based framework isn't about arbitrary sets and reps, it's about strategically designing movement patterns that simultaneously build physical strength and cognitive resilience. Your brain is either growing or dying with every workout. The question is, are you training it intentionally or accidentally destroying what matters most? The breakthrough lies in understanding exercise as a neurological event, not just a physical one. When you perform compound movements, squats, deadlifts, pull-ups, your brain doesn't just control muscles, it orchestrates thousands of motor units. It balances proprioceptive feedback and integrates sensory information across multiple brain regions simultaneously. This complex neural coordination is what builds executive function, enhances decision-making speed, and sharpens mental processing. Cavaliere's programming emphasizes multi-joint full-body movements precisely because they create the richest neural stimulation. But here's where most programs catastrophically fail: they ignore recovery. Your brain doesn't grow during the workout, it grows during rest, sleep. When your hippocampus consolidates the motor learning from your training session, when growth hormone repairs neural tissue, when your prefrontal cortex strengthens the pathways you just activated. Training without adequate recovery doesn't just limit muscle growth, it actively impairs cognitive function, reduces neuroplasticity, and accelerates mental fatigue. The nutrition component is equally critical. Your brain consumes massive energy during and after intense exercise. Protein provides the amino acids needed to synthesize neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. Carbohydrates replenish glycogen stores that fuel both muscle and brain function. Creatine, often dismissed as just a muscle supplement, directly enhances cognitive performance, particularly during high-intensity training. You're not just feeding muscles, you're fueling the biological machinery of thought itself. The most transformative insight: exercise intensity directly correlates with BDNF production. But there's a threshold. Moderate intensity training sustained over time produces consistent brain benefits, enhanced memory, improved mood regulation, and sustained focus. But high-intensity interval training creates explosive BDNF spikes that trigger rapid neuroplasticity and cognitive enhancement. Cavaliere's approach strategically alternates between these intensities, maximizing both physical adaptation and neural growth without pushing into overtraining territory where cortisol floods your system and destroys what you're trying to build. Timing matters profoundly. Morning exercise synchronizes your circadian rhythm, enhances dopamine release, and primes your brain for peak cognitive performance throughout the day. Training in a fasted state amplifies norepinephrine and growth hormone, creating a neurochemical environment that sharpens mental clarity and accelerates fat adaptation. But post-workout, nutrition windows are equally critical. Consuming protein and omega-3 fatty acids within 90 minutes maximizes muscle protein synthesis and supports the myelin formation that speeds neural communication. The truth is liberating. Your exercise program should be designed as much for your brain as your body. Progressive overload is just about adding weight, it's about challenging your nervous system to adapt, grow, and become more resilient. Proper form protects joints while maximizing neural recruitment. Strategic deloads prevent mental burnout. Science-based programming isn't optional, it's the difference between building a body that's strong and a mind that's unstoppable. Your brain and body aren't separate, train them as one.